The fake Usakumya will not hurt me. The fake Usakumya cannot find me. The fake Usakumya will not hurt me. Wombles, no! Hello? Hello, friend! I made a TikTok about truly cursed items in Lolita fashion, and it got kind of a mixed response. There were people who understood all of these references and laughed along with me and were in on the joke, and then there were a lot of people frantically looking for answers. I wanted to compile all of these cursed items into one place. For those of you who want to relive these stories or have no idea what any of this means, welcome to Lovely Lore's Lolita lore. Before we get started, let's thank today's sponsor. Did you think that my hair was gonna come out of a wig looking beautiful? That would just set unrealistic beauty standards, and I'm not about that. While I take these out, I will have future me tell you all about Function of Beauty. I'm genuinely so excited that Function of Beauty wanted to work with me because I have been wanting to improve my hair care. I have friends that use their products and I've seen them in other YouTube videos. I used to pay absolutely no attention to what I washed my hair with. I would get whatever shampoos and conditioners were on sale, and my hair was always oily. I came to realize that the poor quality products I was using had a lot of silicone in it, which for my hair type made it hold this sort of residue layer. And also my scalp would just randomly be itchy and kind of burn and be very annoying. I've seen a vast improvement in my hair since switching to Function of Beauty. I opted for a silicone-free shampoo and conditioner. Their products are dermatologist tested with the intention for them to be as soothing as possible, and my scalp has been so grateful ever since and has not felt irritated at all. Function of Beauty only uses clean ingredients, no parabens, sulfates, GMO, and are 100% vegan and cruelty-free. My hair is very fine and straight. As well as looking to fix this residue issue, I was also looking to strengthen my hair and add volume to it, which you will see shortly. With minimal styling, my hair had a lot of volume. You may be interested in addressing these issues on your own hair, or you may have a completely different hair structure and things that you want from your products, and that's why Function of Beauty is so cool, because their products are custom to suit your needs. Their extensive but easy to follow quiz addresses many different hair types and solutions. You also don't have to sacrifice scent just to get the qualities in a shampoo you want, because you get to choose your scent and its potency. You also get to choose the color of your product, which can help you associate which is shampoo and which is conditioner. The color you are choosing is not the outer bottle, but the liquid product inside. It doesn't have any impact on your hair color. It doesn't leave a deposit or anything like that. It's just for fun. But there's also the option to choose dye-free as well. I chose pink and purple because I like those colors. For my scent, I chose Strike a Rose because I've been really into rose scents lately. I found that I don't need to use a lot of product to get my hair clean, and I don't have to wash my hair as often, which I think will make these last quite a long time. To suit my hair needs, Function of Beauty also sent me this hair serum, which is to be used in between washes to sort of freshen up and add texture. It makes my hair feel a lot nicer when using heat tools, and it also added a lot of volume and texture when I wet set my hair, which you will see here. My hair turned out so good. It's so poofy. I can't believe it. Volume? Yes. I washed my hair 3 or 4 days ago, and then last night I sprayed it with water and then also the serum that they gave me to sort of freshen my hair in between washes, and then I curled it with these foam curlers from literally the dollar store. And then I just took them out and I didn't even use any product. I wanted to show my hair both fully wet set curled and then just like curled the bottom with heat tool. It looks and feels so nice. I'm so happy with my hair. I'm really happy to have this product in my hair care routine. Thank you so much, Function of Beauty, for getting me my perfect hair. Try it yourself and get 20% off your first order through my link. Now back to the video. Lolita brands will often have novelty items that are branded and designed by them, but aren't things that you can wear. An example of this is Angelic Pretty made candles, and Closet Child wouldn't send it to me because it was flammable? But like, the candle wouldn't be lit when you mail it, and it doesn't have the capacity to like catch on fire. It just has a wick. Like, by that mentality, dresses are flammable. Like, so many things could be flammable. But I digress. There's the Moi-même Moitié face towel, which God forbid you ever use. That is only for looking at. I often wonder if anyone has actually ever eaten off of the Angelic Pretty plates. They've actually made me realize that people my parents' age who keep cupboards of silverware and cutlery that they never use. I never understood that until I was presented with Angelic Pretty plates. I would do the same thing. I would just keep them in a cupboard and take photos with them. However, Baby the Stars Shine Bright never made an ironing board, yet one exists. An anonymous source shared a story a while back about how they had left their Baby the Stars Shine Bright dress on a pile of things that were to be donated, but they were planning to sell the baby dress. And they had already taken photos of it and had to leave, and I mean, you can figure out where this goes from here. Their father's fiance was really crafty and assumed that the entire pile of clothes was to be donated, and that they could use the Baby the Stars Shine Bright dress in a crafty way and reuse it for themselves and just decorate their ironing board with it. Now, the source of this story claimed that this dress was worth $400. However, I've only seen it go for about $100, but still, nonetheless, $100 is a lot to lose for a craft item. And like, going back to the whole flammable idea, the point of ironing covers is that they are somewhat heat resistant, and I don't think that a Baby the Stars Shine Bright cotton dress is made to be heat resistant. I don't think that it's a good use of that dress, but it looks nice. The anonymous person behind this story said that they weren't mad, they were just like baffled and shocked by it. And it's pretty iconic. This is why it is so important to tell your family the value behind your clothing and how much it is worth, so that things like this don't happen. In case you aren't familiar, Lolita brands will release something called a lucky pack, and it's generally a couple of different garments that you don't get to choose. Some brands will like release the list of what's in it, but generally the idea behind it is it's kind of like a blind box, and you just spend generally about $300, maybe the cost of a dress, $250, $300, but you get more than that value in it. In my Dear Lolita video, I showed some Triple Fortune lucky packs being opened, and there were like 2 dresses, I think, and like a blouse and multiple items. The idea is that you kind of give up that freedom to choose, to just be surprised. You can get multiple items to fill out your wardrobe. Well, in 2014, someone bought a Bodyline lucky pack, which included 3 left side and 14 right side unattached sleeves. This is more common in older Lolita fashion, but there are blouses and dresses where the sleeves will detach, so you have the option to have a long sleeve or a short sleeve. But this person in their lucky pack just received a bunch of sleeves. For a long time, I thought that this person only received sleeves, but apparently they received a few other items too, like 2 dresses, a pair of pants, but then so many sleeves. This became such a meme. In the Tumblr era of Lolita, everyone knew of the sleeve Lita. And the story went around, and the person actually ended up getting a 50% 25% off refund on their lucky pack, so they got to keep the sleeves and the dresses that they got and the other items in the lucky pack and had that partial refund, which they seem to be very happy with. I want to know what happened to the sleeves, because if I was that person who had all of those sleeves, I would buy a white bodyline dress and just sew all of the sleeves to it and spin around and just be a living meme. Please, if you're the owner of 14 right side and 3 left side sleeves, put it on a dress. I want to know, like, what happened? That's not an even number. What happened to the other sleeves? Did someone else receive 11 left side sleeves? And a lot of times brands will take items that they have a surplus of and kind of get rid of them in lucky packs. And I think that's what happened with Bodyline. Generally, you try to do this with pieces that people will actually use. And they're still getting more value because they're getting more quantity. I don't know how so many sleeves ended up in that lucky pack. The Usakumya Pen. How do I talk about the Usakumya Pen and not get demonetized? I'm very grateful for this sponsor, so that if I do get demonetized, at least I have my sponsor. But I don't want to get age restricted. What words do I use? Baby the Stars Shine Bright released a pen of their mascot Usakumya, and it was just a little bit unfortunate. It was supposed to be sitting atop a pen, but the pen was the same color as the Usakumya body. It would have probably been better to have a different texture, maybe a ribbon going up the pen, and then have the body just be that fabric, but to use the same body fabric on the pen makes it a little bit suggestive. While we're talking about Usakumya, Baby the Starshine Bright's mascot, who is actually a bear disguised as a rabbit, there are so many bad fakes of Usakumya. The one that has haunted me for the longest time is the one that was released by Jill X Punk Loli, because it was just so wrong. Like, the only similarity between it was the eyes, like the fabric was all wrong, the shape was all wrong. It didn't look remotely like Usakumya. For a while, I even questioned whether I could call it a bootleg or a replica of it because it just looks so wrong. Jill X Punk Loli, they are a shop on eBay who used to sell a lot of Lolita. A lot of it was replicas, a lot of it was like costume Lolita. While doing research for this video, I realized that they actually don't sell any Lolita at all anymore. They've just stuck with punk style clothes, which is probably for the better because the quality of Lolita that they sold was very questionable and very marked up. But like, please comment below if in your beginner days, you know, that's all you had and you ordered from them, because I definitely did. That sugary carnival that I had was a replica from Jill X Punk Loli. But things were different in 2010, okay? We all made our mistakes. Anyways, there is a new Usakumya that will haunt me. Even worse than the Jill X Punk Loli one will. And I couldn't find it anywhere besides this tweet. Oh god, did you look at it? Please tell me you didn't look at it. Did you look away? They say that if you look into the eyes of the fake Usakumya, all of your clothes will become Lolita replica pieces. Even if you aren't a Lolita, those basketball shorts, now they're a dress. A fake, poorly made dress. Unless you subscribe to my channel and share this video with 10 people right now. Did you ever get chainmail? I remember there were emails where if you didn't forward it to 10 people, a girl with no nose and no mouth would show up at the end of your bed and kill you? I actually once got chainmail in the mail, like physical letter of chainmail, which was really horrifying. But I would like to cultivate that concept of chainmail and curses to YouTube to get more subscribers. You turn it around, have fun with it. What is there to say about the Mystery Ann body pillow? I covered Mr. Yan and his antics in my video about Bodyline and their previous ownership being Mr. Yan and their new ownership away from Mr. Yan. To summarize quickly, Mr. Yan held a model contest for Bodyline, which turns out he was trying to look for someone to marry, a lot of the times being foreign girls who were underage. And like their response to this controversy of Mr. Yan hitting on younger girls, bringing these girls out, asking them to marry him, his response at the time was to make a body pillow and like joke about it, which is kind of weird. And then after the model contest stopped being a thing and when his body pillow was in existence, he also toured around the world. I contemplated getting one of these body pillows just for jokes, for content's sake, but I could not bring myself to do it. I also did the same. I contemplated going to one of his events and like meeting him just for video's sake, but then I was just like, no, I don't think I want to do that. I think that this man should just fade into obscurity. For the life of me, I can never remember this print name. It never sticks in my brain. It just goes in one ear and out the other. Years ago at a Lolita meetup, one of my friends pointed out to me that on this Innocent World dress, the way that the fabric matched up at the side, the back end of the deers on it were lost in sewing it together, and it ended up with this two-headed deer, which is extremely noticeable to me now. I feel like it's on the side of the dress. You don't generally see it as much. Maybe you have your arm down so you wouldn't really notice. But because the deer on the print are so large and there isn't really a lot of stuff around it, to me, I just zoom in and stare at it now every time. This is a very special lyrical bunny who is the mascot for Angelic Pretty. And this bunny bag was only released in AP's Shanghai store, which is the only one in China. And it was only being released at this one particular event. Now, Angelic Pretty and baby mascot bags tend to go for a lot of money, especially when they are limited release. And I mean, the value of these things skyrockets. The fact that it had such rarity had a lot of Lolitas fighting for it, but also a lot of scalpers. And the store was stormed with people. Now, they were charging a fee just to stand in line, and Angelic Pretty was trying everything they could to manage this huge crowd of people. Remember, Angelic Pretty isn't a department store, it's a smaller specialty brand. They're not equipped to handle large amounts of people. Another rule that Angelic Pretty will sometimes put in place is that you have to wear a piece from Angelic Pretty in order to get these special releases. And that might sound like elitist or gatekeepy, but it's trying to deter scalpers and keep those special items for people who are actually fans of the brand. So to combat this, scalpers in line were putting on Angelic Pretty dresses over their clothes. I don't know necessarily if they were grabbing them off of the racks to buy them and then putting them on, or if they were calling people elsewhere to bring them. I have heard conflicting stories about why people were dressing into Lolita in line. One being that they weren't allowing non-Lolitas to purchase, and then others have stated that Angelic Pretty Shanghai doesn't allow men into their store. I can't find any concrete evidence to support this. It is possible. I have heard of other Lolita stores implementing this practice, which I think is a topic for another video because the intention behind it is to protect Lolitas, but there are men who are Lolitas and people of other genders that wear Lolita. Anyone can wear Lolita. I have been to multiple Angelic Pretty locations one being in the US and then a few in Japan, and all of the ones I went to, they did allow men in. I was traveling in Japan with 2 men and they allowed my friends in, so I haven't encountered this with Angelic Pretty. Again, I think this is something that we can dive into later on, but for now, the point is that it's highly inappropriate to be changing in public in front of people, and this behavior was erratic and dangerous and very inappropriate. Lolitas often joke that limited releases are bloodbaths because they're very stressful, they're very competitive, and you don't always walk away with what you want. But the release of the AP Shanghai Lyrical Bunny was a literal bloodbath because people got injured and there was blood. I don't know if I can show it, but basically someone broke a window and there were minor injuries resulting in blood everywhere. It is very scary that things could get so turbulent around this fun niche sub-style that we're just wearing to be pretty and have fun. I would like to know your thoughts around how to deter this sort of behavior. I guess just making it more available, but then, you know, you want to have those specialty collector pieces. Like, where do you give and take? And how would you deter scalpers and people who are buying it for the wrong reasons to just resell it at a hiked up price? So that's the story behind all of these cursed items. Let me know which one was your favorite and which one you would actually own. I think that I could probably make a separate video about all of the cursed replicas in the world because there are so many. Please comment below if you would like that. And if there are any cursed replicas of anything, of bags, of dresses, blouses, whatever, are your favorite that you think are really funny, please send them to me. I would love to see them. Who's scarier, the AP Shanghai Lyrical Bunny or the I can't even think. The Usakumya for sure. Oh no, stop it.
Hello.
I'm having so much fun.